And next time is here. Welcome back, everybody. Okay. Evening. So, don't gotta worry about that right now. Okay. How do I change the map that I want to see? The weather's beautiful today. Right, then, let's head out. The center of Trista is a shopping district. You can purchase a variety of items in the stores there. Brandon's general goods stocks ingredients and accessories. Le Sage is a boutique selling clothing, footwear, and accessories. Keen's bookstore sells reading materials such as newspapers and, obviously, books. Kirsch's Cafe and Inn stocks food items. You can also pay a small fee to rest here and restore your CP. You can use the square button to access quick travel. When in town, you can use the square button to access the quick travel menu. Location allows you to blah, 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 blah. Selecting a location allows you to travel there instantly. You can also see characters' locations as well as other blah 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 blah. You can also see characters' locations as well as other. Oh my god. You can also see characters' locations as well as whether they have a bonding event available. But first, fishing. Man, the weather's perfect today. The fish are really going to be biting today. Looks like he's a student from one of the upper classes. Hey there, haven't met you yet. You got one of those red uniforms on, so I guess you're from class 7? That's right, my name's Reen Schwarzer. Are you a first year too? Yep, I'm Kenneth Lakelard, class 2. I'm part of the Imperial Fishing Club. It's really laid back. You'd like it. But yeah, pleasure's all mine. Oh, likewise. He's pretty laid back himself, especially for a noble. I take it the Imperial Fishing Club's about fishing? You catch on quick? Trista's supposed to be a great place for fishing. I hear there are a ton of different fish you can catch here. I'm just trying to figure out the right spot. Seems like you're having fun at least. You've done a bit of fishing in your time, haven't you? How about giving it another shot? Well, sure, but how did you know that? Just a hunch. Well then, from one fisherman to another, here you go. Are you sure I can have these? I feel kind of bad just getting all this stuff for nothing. Don't even sweat it. The Imperial Fishing Club's here to spread the joy of fishing, so it's all good. You'll be starting off as a white angler, so don't think too much about that. Just fish away to your heart's content. Oh, what? Just ignore that for now. It's not all that important. Oh, yeah. Once you've started landing some big catches, come back and talk to me. I'll trade you some cool prizes for your points. Prizes? Points? What's going on? Now that's all explained, it's time for me to head off. I've got some fish to catch. I'll be fishing at the pond on campus if you want to join me. And I do. I'm still confused about some of the stuff he said, but oh well. Still, now that I have a rod, it wouldn't hurt to start fishing again. Let's see, the label says it's made by the Lakelord Company. Wait a minute, isn't Lakelord his last name? His channel must be pretty famous then, and I'd assume experts on fishing. Let's go fish over there. Get some big catch. Yeah, you always come for the fishing. Yeah, the Trails games typically have a large prologue section. He was looking over there, right? Seems like that could be a decent fishing spot. The pond he mentioned is available too, so maybe I'll give that a shot when I have the time. You can now view the fishing tab. Go fishing, fishing. At fishing points, you can fish a set number of times. By catching fish, you'll earn angler points, and the amount you get will depend on the variety and size of the fish you catch. Get fishing to earn more points. Talking to Kenneth will allow you to exchange your angler points for items. As your angler rank increases, he will have more items available to trade for. Well, let's get our fish on. Nice. Fishing is a good way to get extra CPith for getting quartz.
Caught one.
Among other things.
Bad. Not bad.
Oh, might help if I actually hit the X button.
Caught one.
Okay. Anyway, I was gonna go hang out with Laura. So let's go hang out with Laura. This should be the gymnasium, I believe. Good day, Reen. Have you come for a swim too? Not quite. I'm surprised the swimming club's active at this time of the year, though. Well, it's true that winter swimming isn't for everyone. The water's rather chilly, but I think it makes for good training. How did I know you'd say something like that? Should I stick around a bit longer? Sure. Would it be fine if I just hung out and watched the club for a while? You'll get no objections from me. In fact, you came along at the perfect time. I was just about to test my short distance swimming speeds. Do you think you could record my times? Sure, I can do that. Goal. That took you 22.34 seconds. Whew, just a so-so time. So-so? You tore across the pool. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were part fish. Let's not go overboard. If I'm a fish, my father is a dolphin. In fact, he could probably outswim one. Maybe, but he's the Radiant Blade Master. His swimming prowess doesn't make yours any less amazing. No kidding. I could hardly take my eyes off her while she was in the water. Is there a reason you're staring at me? Oh, no, don't mind me. I take it swimming is a specialty of yours, then? Perhaps more habit than specialty. Legram is located alongside a lake, and I used to swim there in the winter to train. It seems that doing so has slightly improved my swimming in general. I don't know if the word slightly applies here. Given your upbringing, I initially assumed that you'd join a more combat-oriented club, but I see now that even swimming can contribute to your training. That's the hope. My father once told me, there are things about the sword we can only learn by stepping outside of its shadow. I had every intention of putting those words into practice upon entering this academy. Your dedication to the sword doesn't surprise me. The way it influences so much of your life seems very you. To be honest, I'm a bit jealous. There's no need for that. You have your sword. You can do the same. I guess you're right. Forget I said anything. I see. Regardless, thank you for timing me. It seems I'll have to train even harder from here on out. Best of luck. I know you can do it. Okay. Got Laura bonding done. Where's the dormitory, second floor? Yeah, we'll bond with Elliot. I'm going to be using him quite a bit in the early game. Ooh, you're looking pretty busy there, Elliot. Yeah, I just got some packages from home. Heavy ones at that. I just carried them up here and I'm already totally beat. I can believe that. Seems like there's food in one of these too, so I should probably look through them. Well, I am already here. Should I give him my hand? You look like you could use a hand. Mind if I help out? Really? You would? Well, I'd sure appreciate it. Reed and Elliot began sorting out the packages that Elliot received from home. Whew. Well, we're done with about half of them now. I didn't expect there to be quite this much of everything. There has to be a month's worth of food here, not to mention a bunch of clothes and other daily necessities. I didn't expect this either. Now I feel bad for dragging you into it. My sister's way too protective of me sometimes. Oh, you've got a sister? Yeah, an older one. She's always been a bit on the clingy side, too. I mean, I'm grateful that she sent me a care package, but I wish she'd tone it down a bit. I'm not a kid anymore. You mean it? I think it's kind of nice, actually. You can tell that she really cares about you. Really? Oh. Elliot took a worn-looking piece of sheet music out of the box. Is that sheet music? It looks like someone got a lot of use out of it. Yeah, I used to practice with this all the time back home. To tell you the truth, I actually wanted to enter a music academy before I ended up here. Oh, really? Then I guess joining the wind orchestra wasn't just a casual thing for you, huh? Well, I've always loved music ever since I was younger. But in the end, I wasn't all that serious about it, so I ended up choosing Thor's instead of a music academy. Weird. Really? Well, either way, it'd be nice to hear you play that piece sometime. Sure, one of these days. Reed and Elliot returned to sorting out the package, only getting through with the strength of their combined efforts. Alright. Now that we did that, note. Quests, Chapter 1. She is located. First floor of the Student Union building. Pardon me, you're Colette from Class 4, right? I believe you submitted a request to the Student Council? Yeah, I did, but you're that guy from Class 7. Did you join the Student Council when I wasn't looking? Nothing like that. I just decided to help them with some of their work, which basically means he's part of the Student Council. The Student Council President told me to handle your request. Oh, so that's how it is. Wow, we're both first years, but you seem so much more grown up than me. The people in Class 7 must be amazing. It's no big deal. So, you wrote that you need help looking for your student notebook. Yeah, I've been looking everywhere I could think of since this morning, but there's no sign of it. So, does that mean you're going to start looking right away? They said if one person wasn't able to help me, they'd send someone else to do it. I see, so that's how Toa has this all arranged. Well, sure, you can count on me. Really? Thank you so much. Before we get too excited, I think I'll need a bit more information to have any hope of finding it. Can you tell me when you first noticed you dropped your notebook? It was right after school yesterday when I went to borrow a book from the library. You can't borrow books without your notebook, so I went to take it out and I couldn't because it wasn't there. Yesterday after school. Got it. So when was the last time you remember having it? Probably right when classes had finished for the day yesterday when I was still in the classroom. I remember using it to take notes while I was walking with my friends, or talking with my friends, so I definitely had it then. I guess I must have dropped it somewhere between my classroom and the library. I see. That narrows it down quite a bit. Did you stop anywhere on your way to the library, though? Well, after I left the main building, I came to the student union. Pretty sure I went to the library after that. That should be everywhere I went. Right, so there really aren't that many places where you could have dropped it. The best way to go about this seems to split up and search the main building and the area surrounding it, I think. Yeah, that's just what I was going to ask you to do, actually. I'm hoping it's there, because I searched the library from top to bottom this morning. And the rooftop's out, because the janitor said he didn't notice it when he was doing his morning cleaning rounds. Main building it is, then. So do you think I should start with the classrooms? No, I don't think you need to check them at all. I searched my classroom yesterday and didn't go into any of the others. It'd probably be a good idea to focus on the halls and the rest areas in there. I have a feeling that if it's in the main building, it's going to be on the second floor somewhere. Thanks for the info. I'll head over there and take a look around. You can stay here at the student union and keep up your search. Okay, will do. Thanks for agreeing to help me out. Alright, main building, second floor. Let's go find us a notebook. So she didn't go into any other classroom, so me going into other classrooms is it's a no. So it's got to be around in the halls or something, like she said. It's probably over here somewhere. This is yet another classroom. Nothing I... Oh, this is a club room. Music storage room, staff only. Huh? Wait a minute now. Checking the mail building, focusing on corridors and rest areas. Oh, there it is. That should be it. But I should check the inside just to be sure. Reem picked up the student notebook and checked the identification field. Unless there's another identical Colette running around, this is the one. She'll be happy to see this. I should get it back to her as soon as I can. Yo, Colette, here you go. Did you find it? Yeah, assuming this is actually your notebook, why don't you check it just to be sure? Thanks. You're right, it really is mine. Oh, thank goodness. This is the only form of ID we students have, so it would be awful if I'd lost it. Especially since our instructor would have chewed my head off if I needed to get another one issued. Thanks so much for your help, Reen. I'm sorry, I'm just so relieved. I didn't know it was so important to you. Still, I'm glad I was able to help you out. By the way, where did you end up finding it? Oh, you know the sofas on the second floor of the main building that people use as a rest area? It was one of those just sitting. It was on one of those just sitting there. The sofa's on the second floor. Oh, I guess I did relax there for a while. Come to think of it, I've dropped it when sitting down once before. I heard it falling out of my pocket that time though, so I didn't end up losing it. Why would sitting down do that? What pocket do you usually put your notebook in? Well, one of my skirt pockets usually. That'd make sense. A lot of the boys use their pants pockets too. But you might want to try using your jacket pocket from now on. It's not going to fall out of there. That's where I usually put mine, and I've never had any problems. Jacket pocket? We've got those? Well, I don't know if the girls' jackets are different than the guys' are, but I don't see why you wouldn't. Well, hold on, let me check. Oh, wow, you're right. I had no idea this was even here. There's no way my notebook will ever fall out of one of these. Thanks for the tip. That'll solve all of my pocket problems. Happy to have been of service. You've really been a big help today. This really doesn't make up for it, but would you accept this as a little token of my thanks? I will. An accessory? Hold on, I couldn't possibly. Don't worry about it. I bought one for myself the other day, but I ended up ordering two by mistake. I can't really use both at once, so it makes sense to give it to someone else who might be able to do something with it. Well, if you're sure. Thanks. That's my line. Well, thanks again for everything, Reen. Alright. Extra defense for taking hits. You gotta take hits. Yeah, gotta take it to the face. Chapter 1. Orbital delivery to the engineering club. Hey there, good to see you. Oh, you're the person who was with President Toa when I first arrived at the academy. You've got a good memory. George Gnome. I'm George Gnome, second year, class 3. I'm also head of the engineering club. You're Reen Schwarzer from class 7, right? Nice to meet you. Likewise. Toa told me that you're helping out the student council. You've probably got a lot to learn about the academy since you've just enrolled, but good luck with everything. Thank you very much. But I am curious. This is the engineering building, isn't it? With all the machines and equipment around here, it certainly fits the bill. Yup, you can basically think of this as the academy's very own orbit factory. The engineering club's been in charge of maintaining orbits here for a long time now. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I assume you've prepared all the stuff you wanted me to deliver for this request, too? That's right. I handle that stuff here at the engineering club, too. I usually deliver them myself, but I'm a little busy this month. Can I ask you to do it for me? Of course. So what do I need to know? Awesome. Okay, here's the rundown. As you know, I need you to deliver 3 orbital products for me. First up is the orbital scale, which I need to deliver to the cooking club. The club meets in the home economics room on the 2nd floor of the main building. Give it to the head of the club, Nicholas. Nicholas from the cooking club, home ec room. Okay, got it. Next 2 are both in town. Oh, so you take requests from people outside the academy too? Yeah, there was so much talk about the club that I started getting requests from people in Trista too. There's no reason for me to refuse them, so I do as much as I can to help them out. That certainly explains how you end up so busy. Sure does. The second delivery I need you to make is this antique orbital lamp. This one's going to Mick at the pawn shop. You'll find it just the south. You'll find it in the southeast part of the central shopping district. It's kind of out of the way, so keep an eye out. An antique orbital lamp for the pawn shop. Understood. Last but not least, the final item I need you to deliver is this orbital wristwatch. This one's going to Michael over at Radio Trista. Radio Trista is in the southwest part of the shopping district. Just let the receptionist know why you're there and she'll call Michael out for you. An orbital wristwatch for Michael from Radio Trista. Ask the receptionist. Right, I can do that. And that's everything. Let me give you the items themselves. Scale, lamp, wristwatch. I'll be sure to be careful. It's not going to be easy carrying all of those around, but I'm sure you'll manage. Just be sure to report back to me when you're done. Of course, I'll get started right away. Well, let's go to the main building, floor 2. Hey there, you wouldn't happen to be here to join the cooking club, would you? Not exactly. The engineering club asked me to deliver something for them. Is this what you've been waiting on? Yep, that's the orbital scale I asked George to fix, alright. I don't know how he works so fast. I'd really be lost without him. George's many talents aside, I didn't even know tools like this existed. Pretty impressive, isn't it? These can provide more accurate and minuscule measurements than any analog scale. If you put a container full of ingredients on there, it'll subtract the container's weight for you. It's handy. I'd believe it. You don't have an interest in cooking by any chance, do you? I haven't given it much thought, to be honest, but I am kind of curious. I'll be cooking for myself from now on anyway, right? You'd be surprised how many students here can't. Here's the thing, the cafeteria might be cheap, but it still costs more mirror than making it yourself would. Have you ever even tried cooking anything yet? Not yet. I don't even know where to start. Which means you're as virgin as my olive oil. If you want to start cooking, I recommend you start cooking. Just make something. Doesn't matter what. Tell you what, I'll even give you this to get you started. And to top it off, here's a really easy recipe to get started on. It's so easy, I've got all the ingredients you need right here. Help yourself. Simple omelet. Thank you very much. This recipe book seems like it'll be a helpful companion, but are you sure I can have it? Sure, we've got tons of them. If it sparks a fire for cooking in your heart, it'll all be worth it. Got it. I'll be sure to get some use out of it then. Well, thanks again for bringing me my orbital scale, and pass on my thanks to George for fixing it too. Will do. I can now cook. And lots of cooking stuff. Alright. So... let's give this to Mick in his pawn shop. You got some business here, kid, or are you just window shopping? I do, actually. I'm here to give you something from the engineering club. Oh, George fixed that thing already? Well, hand it over already, will ya? Right, this guy doesn't seem too friendly. The kid does nice work. I swear, why does being a pawnbroker have to be such a pain in the ass sometimes? Who'd have thought that an item would break right after I paid for it? That's a pretty nasty surprise. Do you get a lot of students in here out of sheer curiosity? Fair few, sure. What, you looking for some money? I don't lend money to kids. You kids can think of this as an exchange shop. So, like, items for items? Oh, yeah. I think I got something in a while back that a kid like you'd like. It's yours, as a way of saying thanks for the delivery. Blade? Is this a card game or something? Seems that way. Some good for nothing second year brought it in. Can't say I've ever bothered to play, but you can give it a try, or don't, or burn it for all I care. I didn't pay for it. Thanks, that's really nice of you. I have that strange feeling that he just gave me this because he didn't have anywhere to put it, but oh well. Oh, yeah, another thing. My shop's got the finest selection of curios in all of Trista. If you don't see anything you like, come back later. I change up the goods sometimes. When? When I feel like it. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for delivery and enjoy playing cards or whatever. Anytime. At this shop, you can exchange certain items for rarer or higher quality items. Also buy some of the items you might have missed in previous chapters as curios. As for the card game Mick just gave Rain, you'll be able to play that later in the game. Huzzah. So what curios do you have for me to procure? Ingredients. We'll be spending a fair bit of time here as the game goes on. Yeah, I got plenty of cash. Oh, now I am poor. And last but not least, Radio Trista. Welcome to Radio Trista. How can I help you today? Is there someone named Michael here? I've got a delivery from the engineering club, and ideally, I'd like to take it to him directly. As a matter of fact, we do have a Michael here. Let me call him for you. You can wait on the sofa over there if you'd like. Thank you, Lala. Lala. Sorry to keep you waiting. You said you got a delivery from the engineering club for me. I do indeed. Here it is. Rain handed over the orbital wristwatch. Wow, he really did fix it up. This isn't pro-level work. We're starting up a new show tonight, so I was feeling all nervous without a quick way to check the time. Things will be just fine now, though. I can imagine that would be pretty intense. Well, you know, it starts at 9 tonight, and if things work out, Radio Trista is guaranteed to see a pretty big increase in popularity. which will mean I'll be one step closer to achieving my dream of... Oops, sorry about that. I shouldn't be getting all excited like that and boring you with my life story. Not at all. I'm of the opinion that being passionate about what you do is a good thing. This job's pretty much my entire life at this point, really. But if you want to make me feel more alive, tune into the show tonight. You bet. Or I would if I had normal radio. Well, I gotta head back. Our sound producer is in there waiting for me. Normally I'd treat you to some tea or something, but today's a really busy day. Tell George thanks for fixing my watch when you get back. Of course. Good luck with tonight's show. Alright, that's the last item delivered. I should go tell George. I'm pretty sure the bookstore usually has good stuff that I'd care about. Oh, hey, seems like you're done with those deliveries. All 3 of them. Nice work. So now that you finished up delivering those, what did you think of the places you delivered them to? Well, they're certainly all unique. None of them are places I'd normally go either. I might have wandered into the home economics room eventually, but not the pawn shop or the radio station. Yeah, I don't think most students would. The pawn shop in particular is kind of hard to find, too. That's true. But now I feel as though I have a general idea of where most of the main places in Trista are thanks to this. It's almost like this request benefited me more than it did you. Well, that's nice to hear. You spoke to Michael while you were Radio Trista too, didn't you? Did he tell you anything about the new show they're starting up? He did. It starts at 9 p.m. tonight, doesn't it? Haha. I figured he'd mention that. He's thrilled about the show, and that enthusiasm is infectious. How about you? Are you planning on tuning in? I'd love to, but... Oh, don't have an orbital radio? In that case, here, it's all yours. Wait, really? It's the latest model too, same one I've got. You helped me out big time today, so it only seems right to pay you back. Are you sure? Of course. I bought it for research purposes, but never really found the chance to make any use of it. It'd be a waste to just leave it here collecting dust, so I'd be thrilled if you actually got some use out of it. Well, if that's the case, thank you very much. You're welcome. Oh yeah, there's something I'd like you to tell the rest of Class 7 for me. Oh? Instructor Sarah came to me with a request the other day. Long story short, she left me in charge of doing maintenance on all of your Arcus units. No kidding. Like I said, the engineering club is basically Thor's orbital factory, so yeah. And of course, I'm pretty interested in your Arcus units myself. So if you need help with anything Arcus related, just come and visit me here and I'll sort it out. Good to know. Part of me feels bad about adding to your workload, but it's a relief to hear that you'll be the one in charge of this stuff. That's quite the compliment. Ah, right, I also meant to ask, you know about Seepith masses, right? You mean the stuff that monsters sometimes drop with regular Seepith? Exactly. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how handy regular Seepith can be, but Seepith masses have tons of impurities, so they never receive much attention. But recently, someone discovered a way to efficiently extract Seepith from them. Is that so? Oh, it's so. Thanks to that, most shops are willing to take them off your hands at a decent price nowadays. There's no point in holding on to them, so go ahead and sell them if you find any. A little extra money never hurt anyone. Sounds like a good deal to me. Will do. I think I'm just about talked out for the day. Thanks again for all your help. Here's hoping we can keep exchanging favors. Ditto, we'll be counting on you. You can now make use of the Academy's orbital factory. I can now open my slots. And I can now also make everything. Upgrade my weapons. Make new quartz. What you got for me, Chief? I need that master quartz, but Okay. Whew, that was a lot of work. I'm exhausted. Feels good though, kind of fulfilling. But now that I think about it, George might have made that request specifically for my sake. I feel like I know a lot more about Trista and the Academy now that I'm done. Who's that? If she's hanging around here, she must be a member of the engineering club, right? That big old thing next to her wasn't there before either. What could it be? Well, it doesn't matter now. I've got another request to finish. That about does it. Now all I've got to do is report back to George. So she does know George after all. Okay. No, buttons. Note. Chapter 1. First floor of the main building. Alright, what's the clock looking like? Yep, it's looking like we're gonna have to cut the video here and continue with this next time, which is perfectly fine because the dungeon explorations are lengthy. Alright, until next time, everybody.